Hello and welcome to this latest edition of Tech Space, where we briefly discuss interesting technology concepts and industry trends with innovators, experts and industry leaders. I'm delighted to welcome today's guest, Daniel Blondell, the Chief Operating Officer at Maclear, who are a leading wearable technology company specialising in smart payment rings. Dan, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. This is it's nice. It's nice to come for these podcast type chats. I always get asked lots of interesting questions, and it's always nice to discuss this space. So thanks for the opportunity.
So in this session, we'll briefly discuss smart payment ring technology, its place in the wider market, and we'll also share some vision and insight into the future of the technology. So I recently became a smart payment ring user. So here is my flashy smart ring here. It's a Maclear well-designed smart ring. So well done, Maclear, well done, Dan. And it's a passive device, so don't need to charge it. And it has a smart chip inside, similar to a Multos chip, which is used for the NFC payment, as you can see here on the screen. And simply you tap your hand onto the point of sale device to make a contactless transaction. And I have to say, having used this now a few times at local gyms, pubs and supermarkets, it's rapidly becoming my contactless payment device of choice. It's so convenient. It's so convenient to use. I don't have to take a card out of my wallet. I don't have to access my mobile phone application. I can just tap my hand on the point of sale terminal and make that transaction. And the other really interesting part to it as well is you often have a wow factor with this. When you make a transaction and the retailer hasn't seen this before, then usually they're quite astonished by it and they refer to it as a really cool product. So it gives you that real positive feeling about spending your money, and that's a great addition to the convenience that you get with it. So well done, Dan. Great product. I also read in the 2020 Smart Ring annual report from Smart Ring News that the most popular NFC contactless application for smart rings is payment, with some 76% of the voters opting for that. So, Dan, it does seem that with these smart contactless payment rings, that Maclear really are on the money with this solution, so to speak. Excuse the pun. And I wonder if you could share with us some ideas about the features that you built into the product and solution.
Yeah, it's really interesting, Paul, because contactless as a technology and wearable contactless is for the very first time really starting to take hold. And you mentioned a really few key points in our kind of business thinking internally. So that convenience that you talk about, we try to bottle that up in our marketing and try to portray that to the consumer. That's our unique selling point. And we're always asked by investors and people and businesses alike, what problem are you trying to solve? Why was a product invented? And when you try to talk to people about convenience, they don't quite get it. They don't quite get that you're selling that convenience factor. And it isn't until you wear the ring for the first time, isn't until you use the ring, does you really kind of get it, and it makes a lot of sense. You spoke about the wow factor. Again, when you look at the statistics of how consumers interact with money and financial services, account-to-account transfer is still king. That's still number one. But for the first time, contactless is overtaking chip and pin. So as a point of sale payment method, debit, credit card, chip and pin comes third and fourth. But contactless wearable transactions is now sitting just below that, so just above cash as well. So the wearable market is growing exponentially. It grows over 20% every year on year, and I think it's just over 40 billion now market worth as a compound aggregate rate. And you can really see the drive was there pre-COVID and post-COVID. It's even more so now, but consumers are savvy. That if you go to any high street bank now, most will offer something that comes with a traditional banking card. And as you've probably seen in our RingPay app, it's feature rich. because it has to compete with other banking products. If you're paying $89.99 for a ring that effectively does the same thing that your bank card does for free, it has to do more and it has to work more for you. And convenience isn't just enough. It's enough for some people, but it's not enough for everybody. So yeah, if you go through the features of RingPay, micro donations, we're the first company in the world, I believe, first wearable company in the world to offer the ability to capture a micro donation at that point of sale without you having to do anything. So I've got asthma. I set Asthma UK in my wallet. I donate 10p every time I make a transaction, and you buy your pint or your coffee or your food, and behind the scenes, we take your 10p from your wallet. 100% of that 10p then makes its way through the really complicated payment networks and makes its way to Asthma UK, which is a really great thing. People can do good when you're out and about making transactions. And we did that because we saw cash declining and charities struggling to raise the money. So it was kind of win-win for both. Cashback, everybody loves cashback. We've given Nike and Pizza Express and Yo Sushi, Primark, places where we think are demographic shops, and we've given you the ability to do what you do every day, but put some money back into your wallet for you to then use your ring to go buy some more stuff. So it really is quite feature rich in that app, and there are some really useful and handy helps. And going back to that last little bit of wow factor, you'll always get somebody go, what is that? Where did you get it from? And our customers were often contacting us saying, can't I have a way to just tell somebody where to get it? And in the latest version of the app, there's now a QR code. So you can open your app, show them the QR code, they can scan it, it takes them through to our basket, and it automatically applies a discount for it as well. So it's almost like a refer a friend card system. So yeah, it's been a labor of my love.
Yeah, I mean it is staggering the amount of features and options you built into that, and I think it gives something for everybody, which is quite a nice aspect to the whole solution.
Yeah, there are there's some statistics around apps and retail space in phones. So it's really difficult for anybody to convince somebody nowadays to download another app. They just don't want another app on their phone. So yeah, we tried to again make sure that when you do have the app, there's something for you to do when you're in there. You can, I don't know, check your cashback wallet balance or how much you've donated this month, or just when you're in there, there's a reason for you to have that retail space on your phone and not just download it and never use it.
Yeah. So in terms of the market in the future, then, so I also noticed in the Smart Payment Association 2021 Insight paper into wearable technology that apparently a quarter of Europeans are planning to use this sort of device for contactless payments in the future. So it really does seem that there's a great appetite in the market for this kind of technology. So I wonder if you could share with us your view of the market, your view of the technology, and perhaps any future innovation and where you think this might be going longer term.
Yeah, sure. We spoke briefly about the size of the wearable market, and obviously that wearable market is dominated by smartwatches. So wearable statistics are all kind of generated from smartwatch data. But if you look at the term wearable and what we deem to be wearables, it covers so much. I've seen in my time stickers, I've seen key fobs, I've seen key rings, I've seen bracelets, I've seen contactless sunglasses, I've seen contactless shirts. The wearable market covers a multitude of form factors. Even earwear today is smart. It's not the days where you used to put your headphones on and listen to music is well and truly gone. They're really smart now. I can talk to Siri. It can translate languages. Smart wearables are not just what you would think of as a payment form factor. So with that in mind, the smart ring was always developed to be smart. And when we say smart, we mean open your front door, open your office, start your car. That's the type of smart ring that we see. Convergence of technologies. Take your car keys, take your rail pass, take your home door keys, all those things that you leave home with in the morning, those 3, 4, 5 items, converge into one technology that's just on your finger, which there's a long way to get there. There's trust that needs to be built before you can gain a consumer's dealers want to converge those, what they deem as those safe pieces of technology that they don't want to let go of, into something that's weird. At the end of the day, it's in a ring, and it's strange and it's unusual. But if you think about it and you break that down, if you lost your door key, technically somebody could pick that up and open your home, right? Okay, if you lose it down the road, they've got to find your house and all that good stuff. But if you put that concept into somebody's head that your door key's on your ring, the first thing they'll say is, well, what happens if you lose it? They don't think what if I lose my door key? Because it's the same concept. There's no fingerprint, there's no biometric, there's no added magic security because you've got your key that a ring doesn't have. So technically there's no reason why you can't use your ring to open your front door, right? It's a similar type of technology, and it's the same for all other forms of access control, your rail pass and your office pass, and very similar for your car keys. It all uses RFID as technology, and it isn't underpinned with any biometric security. If you lose it, somebody else has entitlement. So, but the reason that we started with payment was because we wanted to build a consumer base and we wanted to build trust. Contactless technology was being used in other weird and wonderful form factors. So people could get it quite quickly. Oh, okay, I've seen a sticker, I've seen my watch does it, I've seen my phone does it. I can believe that a ring can do it. That was our thinking behind it. And then once payment's out, once the consumer base is there, once the trust is built, when you build that trust with people's money, that they know that you're safe and secure, that step to opening my office, opening my home, isn't as far-fetched as going from somebody that doesn't know a ring to opening my front door. So that's the journey that we see. It's a 10-year journey in our roadmap. We're only 3 years into that. We've been to the States, we've been all around Europe, we've been in Australia for quite a while. We've got some exciting new Multos-based projects coming up soon in some countries. So that payment form factor is really starting to roll away now. And what I can say is it won't take too long before I guess we'll be back again talking about some new and exciting products in the future. But until then, the ring that most people love in black and white will get some upgrades soon, as you can see on here, to pink and to purple, and I think there's a silver coming along soon as well. So there'll be some new upgrades to keep it exciting and fresh whilst we tinker away in the background and let our R&D guys do what they do best.
Yeah, definitely exciting times ahead there. Some lots to sort of think about and forward to, I think. Yeah. So that's about all we've got time for today. So thanks, Dan, for your knowledge and your vision on this interesting technology area. And I'll look forward to continuing to use my McClear smart ring wherever I can. That's great.
And we'll keep you posted, and thanks for the opportunity. And hopefully we'll be back again in a year or two's time, and we'll have some more exciting news to talk about.
Okay, so thank you to our audience for joining us, and look out for future editions of TechSpace hosted by Multos. And with that, we bid you farewell and good day.